Hello there, and welcome to Deep Space Sleep. I'm really glad you're here, settling into this quiet moment. As the world around you softens and your breath begins to slow, the darkness above opens gently, revealing the first hints of planetary light. Unlike stars that sparkle sharply, planets glow with a calmer, steadier presence, reflecting the sun's warmth from millions of miles away. Their light travels across vast distances, softened by space itself, arriving like a whisper rather than a shout. Long before telescopes and charts, people noticed how different these wandering lights felt: slower, warmer, more patient than the glittering field of stars around them. Even now, when you look up, the planets shine with a quiet confidence, moving not in rushes or flickers, but in gentle arcs that take months to unfold. Their calm, unwavering glow has a natural way of easing the mind, inviting you to drift away from the day's concerns. Tonight, we'll follow that soft planetary glow from the warm shimmer of Mars to the ivory brightness of Venus, from Jupiter's calm lantern light to the pale gold of Saturn, and all the way out to the cold, dreamy worlds drifting at the edge of our solar system. Each planet carries its own kind of stillness, its own slow rhythm, its own quiet presence in the night. If you'd like, you can share where you're listening from and what time it is for you right now. Listeners from all around the world fall asleep under different skies, but these planets connect us all in the same gentle way. So now, take a deep breath. Let your shoulders loosen. Let your thoughts grow softer, quieter, and let the steady glow of the planets guide you into a deeper calm. Let's begin. Planet light is simply sunlight reflected across millions of miles, softened by distance until it reaches us as a gentle, steady glow. Unlike the harsh brightness of midday sun, this light travels through space quietly, losing its sharpness and becoming calm by the time it enters our sky. What remains is a faint, smooth radiance that feels soothing to look at, a reminder that even intense energy can arrive softly when given enough space. As this reflected light spreads over the darkness, it creates a peaceful glow that doesn't strain the eyes. The planets become quiet lanterns, holding the sun's warmth in a tender, diffused form. This softened sunlight carries a sense of cosmic patience, making the night feel more open and restful. Planets twinkle far less than stars because they appear as small disks, not tiny points of light. The broader surface area of a planet makes its glow more stable, resisting the flicker caused by Earth's shifting atmosphere. This steadiness gives planets a calm, reassuring presence in the sky, like lanterns that hold their light firmly even as the air moves. When you look at a planet, its unwavering glow creates a peaceful visual anchor, something your gaze can rest on without interruption. The contrast between the stable planet light and the sparkling stars around it adds to the sense of quiet structure in the night. This natural steadiness makes planets feel grounded, even though they float in the vastness of space. Slow planetary rotation creates subtle shifts in brightness, changes so gentle they unfold over long periods rather than moments. As a planet turns, different regions reflect sunlight toward us, but the change happens gradually, like a slow inhale and exhale of light. This subtle rhythm mirrors the calm pace of nighttime itself, offering a sense of continuity and ease. You won't see these shifts happening in real time, but knowing they occur adds depth to the planet's presence. It feels alive, in a quiet, unhurried way, breathing softly through the darkness. This slow modulation of brightness reminds us that movement doesn't need to be fast to be meaningful, and that even distant worlds follow calm, predictable patterns. Planetary atmospheres filter sunlight into soft, unique tones, creating gentle colors that feel both subtle and soothing. Thick atmospheres scatter light into warm or hazy hues, while thinner ones allow cooler, clearer tones to appear. Each world carries its own palette, shaped by gases, clouds, and sunlight interacting over vast distances. These filtered colors drift softly through space before reaching our eyes, giving each planet a signature glow. The effect is calming, like watching light pass through tinted glass or mist. This atmospheric filtering not only softens the planet's light, but also adds depth to its presence, making each world feel like a distinct, quiet personality in the night sky. The gentle colors encourage slow, relaxed viewing. The distance between Earth and a planet affects how warm or cool its glow appears. Farther planets often look faint and softly colored, their light cooled by distance, while closer planets shine with warmer and more noticeable tones. This variation creates a natural gradient across the night sky, adding gentle shifts in brightness and color. These differences are subtle but comforting, offering the eyes a slow progression of tones to rest upon. The farther the light has traveled, the softer and more diffused it becomes, creating a peaceful palette across the heavens. This distance-based softening helps each planet blend smoothly into the darkness, enhancing the night's quiet, layered beauty. A planet's albedo, the measure of how much sunlight it reflects, plays a gentle role in determining how bright or soft it appears in the night sky. Worlds with high albedo, like Venus, shine with a calm but noticeable glow, reflecting sunlight in a broad, soothing wash. Others with lower albedo appear dimmer and more muted, their darker surfaces softening the light they send back to us. This natural variation creates a peaceful range of brightnesses, each with its own quiet character. High albedo planets feel like faint lanterns drifting through the night, while low albedo planets blend more subtly into the sky. Understanding albedo adds another layer of appreciation to the planet's presence, reminding us that their glow is shaped by the delicate balance of surface and sunlight, filtered through distance and darkness. The angle from which we view a planet affects the softness of its glow, creating gentle variations in how the light reaches our eyes. When a planet sits low on the horizon, its light passes through more of Earth's atmosphere, giving it a warmer, more diffused appearance. Higher in the sky, the glow becomes clearer and cooler, shaped by thinner air. These changes happen naturally and calmly, offering different moods depending on where the planet rests. The shifting angle doesn't alter the planet itself, only how we receive its light. This subtle variability adds depth to nighttime viewing, giving each appearance its own shade of softness. The sky becomes a quiet stage where angle, atmosphere, and distance work together to shape the planet's gentle presence. Planets near opposition, the point where they are closest to Earth, appear calmest and brightest, glowing with a steadiness that feels particularly soothing. At opposition, sunlight reflects toward us more directly, creating a smooth, strong glow that holds steady even when the atmosphere shifts. The planet seems clearer, larger, and more confident in the sky, offering a peaceful anchor for the eyes. This closeness creates a sense of connection, as though the planet has drifted slightly nearer just to be noticed. The brightness remains soft, never overwhelming, but gently amplified in a way that enhances nighttime calm. Observing a planet at opposition can feel like witnessing a moment of cosmic alignment, precise, quiet, and deeply serene. Planet light blends smoothly with darkness, creating a glow that never feels harsh or intrusive. Unlike artificial lights that cut sharply through the night, planetary light spreads gently across the sky, its edges dissolving naturally into the surrounding blackness. This blending creates an atmosphere that feels unified and calm, as though the night itself is holding the light in a soft embrace. The transition between glow and shadow is gradual, making the planet's presence restful to watch. This quiet merging of brightness and darkness reminds us how space tempers even the strongest light into something peaceful. The result is a glow that supports rest, easing the mind into slower, softer rhythms. The steady glow of planets contrasts soothingly with the twinkling of stars, creating a peaceful balance in the night sky. Where stars flicker with rapid shifts caused by atmospheric movement, planets remain stable, offering a constant, unwavering point of light. This contrast gives the sky a layered calmness, with the sparkling field of stars providing texture while the planets add grounding steadiness. Your gaze can drift between the two rhythms, the gentle flicker and the quiet stillness, finding rest in the harmony they create together. The planet's steady light becomes a calming presence, a visual anchor that helps the mind settle even as the stars dance lightly around them. Venus shines brightest during dawn and dusk, appearing when the sky is quiet enough for its glow to feel gentle, yet unmistakable. This timing gives Venus a calming presence, rising softly as the day fades, or settling into view before the first hints of morning. Its brightness does not feel harsh. Instead, it spreads slowly across the horizon like a warm shimmer of light. Because the planet appears during these transitional moments, its glow blends naturally with the dim colors of twilight, adding a serene beacon to the sky. Watching Venus during these hours can feel like witnessing a peaceful handoff between night and day, where one kind of stillness gently yields to another. The softness of the surrounding light makes Venus even more soothing, a quiet reminder that brightness can be tender. The thick cloud layers surrounding Venus reflect sunlight with remarkable efficiency, giving the planet its soft ivory glow. These clouds are made of tiny droplets and particles that scatter sunlight in smooth, even patterns, eliminating harsh edges and producing a luminous, velvety shine. This reflected light feels calm and consistent, as though the planet is wrapped in a blanket of diffused radiance. When you observe Venus, the brightness seems to hover gently rather than pierce the darkness, offering a glow that feels comforting instead of intense. The dense cloud cover creates a natural filter, softening the sunlight before it travels across millions of miles to reach your eyes. This smooth, creamy illumination makes Venus one of the most soothing sights in the night sky. Venus rotates extremely slowly, completing a full turn far more gradually than Earth. This slow rotation helps stabilize its brightness, creating a steady glow that changes only subtly over long periods of time. Because its surface features shift so gradually, the reflected light remains calm and unwavering, giving Venus a serene consistency in the night sky. The planet's slow spin creates a rhythm that mirrors the gentle pace of nighttime rest. Instead of flickering or fluctuating, Venus shines with a patient stillness that feels grounding. This steady presence invites your gaze to linger without effort, offering a sense of quiet reassurance. The planet becomes a soft lantern in the darkness, its glow shaped by movements so slow they seem almost timeless. Venus displays phases similar to the Moon, but on a larger and gentler scale. When the planet comes closer to Earth, its crescent phase appears broad and smooth, shining with a soft, curved glow that feels calming to follow. These phases shift gradually as Venus orbits the Sun, unfolding in slow, delicate transitions that mirror the natural rhythm of lunar cycles. Observing these phases can feel like watching a quiet celestial breath, expanding and contracting in patient arcs. The gentle shapes reflect sunlight in ways that highlight the softness of the planet's glow. These slow changes add a meditative quality to Venus's presence, reminding you that even the brightest objects can move with grace and subtlety. The result is a visual experience that encourages calm focus and deep relaxation. The warm color of Venus comes from sunlight filtered through its dense atmospheric haze, creating a soft golden yellow tone that feels soothing against the darker sky. This haze scatters shorter wavelengths of light and allows warmer hues to dominate, giving the planet its gentle, creamy warmth. The effect is subtle yet comforting, adding a touch of warmth to the cool tones of the night. Venus's color doesn't feel overpowering. It's more like the glow of a distant lamp seen through a soft curtain. This warm tint helps create a sense of intimacy and calm, drawing the viewer into a quiet connection with the sky. The gentle warmth of Venus stands out beautifully against the deeper blues and blacks of night, adding emotional softness to the celestial landscape. Venus rises steadily in the sky, following a slow, predictable path that creates a peaceful routine for anyone watching. Its ascent is never abrupt. Instead, It glides upward with calm assurance, appearing gradually as the horizon begins to dim or brighten. This gentle rise gives Venus a soothing rhythm, one that feels almost like a quiet breath within the twilight. Because it appears so consistently during certain seasons, Venus becomes a familiar companion in the sky, a comforting presence that you can rely on to return night after night. Its steady motion creates a reassuring sense of stability, helping your thoughts ease into softer patterns as it climbs into view. The glow of Venus softens the horizon at twilight, bathing the dimming sky in a warm, quiet radiance. As the sun's final light slips away or the first hints of dawn appear, Venus stands gently in that transition, smoothing the shift between day and night. Its brightness doesn't overpower the sky. Instead, it blends with the pastel colors of twilight, creating a serene gradient that invites your eyes to relax. This softening effect makes the horizon feel calmer, as though Venus is guiding the light into a slower, quieter rhythm. The planet's glow becomes a subtle anchor, helping the whole sky ease into its evening stillness. Venus appears larger than most other planets because it orbits closer to Earth, giving it a more prominent and comforting presence in the sky. This size doesn't make the planet intense. Instead, it enhances its gentle glow, making it easier to notice without causing strain. The apparent largeness of Venus makes it feel more personal, like a bright companion drifting above the horizon. Its proximity adds warmth and familiarity to its light, making the planet feel closer both visually and emotionally. This larger appearance helps Venus stand out softly among the smaller, sharper points of starlight, creating a gentle focus point that encourages calm and quiet observation. Thin clouds can give Venus a halo-like shimmer, diffusing its light into a soft ring that floats gently around the planet. This effect happens when tiny droplets in the clouds scatter the glow outward, creating a luminous aura that feels dreamlike and soothing. The halo adds an extra layer of softness to Venus's presence, turning its already gentle shine into something even more peaceful. As the clouds drift slowly, the halo might expand or fade slightly, creating quiet variations that invite calm attention. This delicate shimmer makes Venus appear almost magical, as though it is wrapped in a veil of light designed to ease the mind into rest. The movement of Venus across the sky is slow enough to feel meditative, unfolding in a pace that mirrors the natural rhythm of nighttime relaxation. You won't see it rush or change abruptly. Instead, it drifts gradually, encouraging your thoughts to slow down with it. This unhurried motion adds to the planet's calming presence, offering a visual reminder that not everything in the universe moves quickly. Watching Venus over the course of an evening can feel like observing a soft cosmic tide, shifting almost imperceptibly. Its gentle travel across the sky creates a sense of spacious time, inviting you to settle deeper into stillness. Mars glows with a warm red color because its surface is covered with fine iron-rich dust that reflects sunlight in soft, rust-toned hues. This red glow travels across millions of miles before reaching our sky, softened by distance into something gentle and steady. Instead of appearing harsh or intense, Mars looks like a faint ember glowing quietly in the darkness, giving it a comforting and familiar feeling. The iron dust acts almost like a natural filter, smoothing the planet's reflected light into a warm, calming shimmer. When you spot Mars in the night sky, the red glow feels grounded and serene, like a small fire burning far away, steady and patient. Its color adds warmth to the cooler tones of the night, offering a peaceful focal point that helps the eyes relax and settle into stillness. The brightness of Mars changes gently depending on its orbital distance from Earth, creating a natural rhythm that unfolds over months. When the two planets move closer together, Mars appears brighter and clearer, its warm glow becoming easier to notice. As they drift farther apart, the planet softens, fading into a subtler presence. These gradual changes happen so slowly that they feel almost like the shifting of seasons, steady, predictable, and calming. The ebb and flow of Mars's brightness adds a gentle pulse to its presence in the night sky, a slow breathing of light that mirrors the calm pace of nighttime itself. Observing these changes can bring a sense of connection to the larger movement of the solar system, reminding you that even distant worlds follow quiet, meaningful cycles. The reddish hue of Mars is especially relaxing to the eyes, offering a warm contrast to the cooler blue and white tones that dominate the night sky. Warm colors naturally encourage the visual system to rest, easing tension and creating a sense of comfort. Mars's gentle glow does exactly that. It appears soft, steady, and welcoming, inviting your gaze to settle without effort. Because the red light from Mars is diffused by distance, it loses any sharpness and becomes almost velvety in appearance. This softness makes the planet feel soothing to observe, like a distant ember glowing slowly at the edge of the darkness. Its warm tint blends peacefully with the surrounding starfield, adding emotional warmth to the night and helping your thoughts drift into calmer, quieter rhythms. Mars rises and sets with a calm, steady pace that mirrors its quiet presence in the sky. Unlike fast-moving satellites or flickering stars, Mars drifts upward and downward in a slow arc that feels almost meditative. This gradual motion encourages your thoughts to follow its rhythm, slowing down to match the planet's gentle path. Watching Mars rise can feel like witnessing a small red lantern being lifted into the sky, steady and unhurried. As it sets, the glow sinks slowly toward the horizon, fading with a peaceful grace. This predictable motion creates a sense of continuity and calm, offering a visual anchor that moves softly through the night. Mars becomes a quiet companion, guiding your gaze in a smooth, unbroken flow. Dust storms on Mars can soften the planet's reflected light, creating an even gentler glow when viewed from Earth. These storms lift fine particles high into the Martian atmosphere, scattering sunlight in warm, diffused patterns. From far away, this makes the planet appear slightly hazy, like a glowing ember wrapped in a thin veil. The softened light feels delicate and soothing, giving Mars an even calmer appearance during these periods. Although the storms are powerful up close, their distant effect is subtle and tranquil, adding a dreamlike quality to the planet's shine. This natural softening turns Mars into an even more peaceful sight, its warm glow drifting gently through the darkness. Mars appears especially peaceful in clear winter skies, when cold air steadies the atmosphere and reduces the flickering that can disturb its soft glow. In winter, the air holds less moisture and fewer rising currents, allowing the warm red light of Mars to pass through with greater clarity. This stabilizing effect makes the planet look calmer and more defined, like a quiet ember resting against the crisp darkness above. The contrast between the cold air and the warm glow enhances Mars's gentle presence, giving it a serene quality that feels almost comforting. On these nights, the planet seems suspended in perfect stillness, its color glowing softly against the deep winter sky. Observing Mars during this season can evoke a sense of quiet balance, where warmth and cold meet in a peaceful harmony that helps the mind settle. The warm tone of Mars contrasts soothingly with the cool starfields that surround it, creating a natural color balance that feels calming to the eyes. Stars often shine in sharp whites and blues, casting a crisp, icy glow across the night. Against this backdrop, the soft reddish hue of Mars appears like a small ember in a sea of frost, adding warmth without overwhelming the scene. This gentle contrast helps your vision relax, as warm colors are naturally easier on the eyes in darkness. The interplay between the planet's warmth and the star's coolness creates a peaceful visual harmony, inviting your attention to drift slowly between the two. Mars becomes a quiet anchor in the night sky, offering a subtle point of comfort amidst the shimmering field of colder light. Mars's retrograde motion feels like a slow backward drift, a gentle illusion created as Earth overtakes the planet in their orbits. This apparent reversal happens gradually, unfolding over weeks rather than moments, giving it a soft, meditative rhythm. Watching Mars shift direction can feel like observing a small cosmic pause where time seems to stretch and loosen. There is nothing abrupt or jarring about this motion. Instead, it feels like a quiet sway, a smooth gliding rhythm that encourages the mind to release tension. The slow backward drift adds a sense of depth to the planet's path in the sky, reminding you that perspective and motion can change softly and naturally. This retrograde cycle becomes another calming pattern, a gentle astronomical breath that repeats with serene regularity. The small size of Mars gives it a delicate glow that feels subtle and calming. Unlike the large, steady presence of Jupiter or the bright intensity of Venus, Mars appears as a fine, warm point of light that never dominates the sky. Its modest size allows its glow to remain soft and understated, blending gently with the surrounding stars. This delicate appearance creates a sense of intimacy, as though the planet is offering a quiet, personal light rather than a bold display. Its smallness makes it approachable, something the eyes can rest on without strain or distraction. In this gentle glow, Mars feels like a whisper in the sky, a calm reminder of distant worlds that shine with quiet strength. Mars consistently appears as a soft, steady point of warmth, maintaining its calming red glow night after night. Its light does not flicker dramatically or shift unpredictably. It holds its presence with gentle stability. This consistency makes Mars feel like a dependable companion in the sky, one whose warm glow returns with reassuring regularity. Even when its brightness changes over months, the shift is smooth and gradual, preserving the planet's overall sense of calm. Observing Mars can become a peaceful ritual, a small moment of stillness where your thoughts align with the planet's steady warmth. Its reliability adds comfort to the night, reminding you that even across vast distances, some lights remain constant and soothing. Jupiter emits one of the steadiest lights in the night sky, shining with a calm consistency that feels grounding and serene. Because it is so large and reflects so much sunlight, its glow remains stable even when Earth's atmosphere shifts or flickers. Unlike stars, which sparkle sharply, Jupiter holds its brightness like a quiet lantern suspended above the horizon. This steadiness offers a sense of comfort, as though the planet is keeping watch over the night. Its gentle light does not pulse or waver. It simply rests in the darkness with unwavering clarity. Observing Jupiter's constant glow can create a peaceful anchor for the mind, giving your thoughts something steady to follow as the rest of the sky moves in softer, more subtle rhythms. Jupiter's enormous size makes its glow stable and reassuring, offering a presence that feels both powerful and gentle. Because the planet is so massive, it reflects sunlight over a wide surface area, creating a brightness that holds firm against atmospheric distortion. This gives Jupiter a calm, confident appearance in the sky, like a large, steady lantern that will not flicker even when the air trembles. Its size also makes it easier for the eye to settle upon, reducing strain and inviting longer moments of quiet observation. When you look at Jupiter, its glow feels dependable and strong, yet softened by distance into something peaceful. The planet becomes a visual anchor, helping soothe the mind with its steady, reliable light. The cloud layers that cover Jupiter scatter sunlight into a smooth, calm shine, giving the planet its distinctive soft white glow. These clouds, made of ammonia crystals and other bright particles, reflect light in a way that eliminates sharp edges and creates a velvety brightness. Even through a telescope, Jupiter's glow feels diffused and gentle, as though the light has been filtered through layers of soft fabric. This smooth reflection adds to the planet's soothing presence, making it one of the most peaceful objects to observe in the night sky. The cloud layers also shift slowly, creating subtle tonal variations that enrich Jupiter's visual calm. Together, they blend sunlight into a serene radiance that feels balanced and natural. Jupiter brightens gently as it approaches opposition, the moment when it stands directly opposite the Sun from Earth's perspective. During this time, the planet moves slightly closer to us, allowing more of its reflected light to reach our sky. The increase is not sudden or intense. Instead, it unfolds gradually, like a slow inhalation of brightness. This gentle brightening enhances Jupiter's calming effect, making it appear even more steady and luminous. Observing the planet near opposition can feel like watching a lantern slowly draw nearer, its light growing warmer and clearer without ever becoming harsh. The transition is soft and natural, fitting seamlessly into the quiet rhythm of the night. The Galilean moons move slowly and gracefully around Jupiter, creating a quiet ballet of small lights that change position over hours and days. These four bright moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, trace calm arcs as they orbit, forming gentle patterns that evolve with a soothing predictability. Their movements are never rushed. Instead, they drift with the same patient rhythm that defines Jupiter itself. Watching them shift around the planet can feel like observing a peaceful dance, each moon following its own soft, curved path. This gentle motion adds depth to Jupiter's presence, turning the sky into a serene, layered scene where light and movement blend in quiet harmony. Their graceful orbits enhance the planet's calming effect, offering a subtle reminder of the slow, stable rhythms that guide the solar system. The alignments of Jupiter and its moons create calming visual patterns in the night sky, forming quiet arrangements that unfold slowly over hours. As the Galilean moons drift along their orbits, they occasionally line up in neat rows or balanced groupings that feel naturally soothing to observe. These alignments are never abrupt. They develop with patient grace, like a slow, celestial choreography moving at the pace of deep time. Watching these small changes can feel like tracing the outline of a peaceful, repeating rhythm. The symmetry and gentle shifts invite your attention without demanding it, creating a soft visual harmony around Jupiter's steady glow. These patterns become a quiet reminder of the order and balance that shape the solar system, offering a calm counterpoint to the randomness of daily life. Jupiter pairs beautifully with the moon, creating one of the most serene combinations in the night sky. When the two appear close together, the soft white glow of Jupiter complements the moon's pale, familiar radiance, forming a gentle union of lights. The moon's broad brightness and Jupiter's steady lantern-like glow blend into a calming scene that feels both grand and intimate. Their pairing does not overwhelm the sky. Instead, it adds a sense of quiet companionship, like two calm beacons resting side by side in the darkness. Observing the two together can evoke a sense of peace, as though the sky is briefly offering a comforting alignment designed to soothe the mind. The simplicity of this pairing makes it especially restful to watch, bringing stillness into the night. Jupiter's light appears soft white with a slight cream tint, giving it a warm and gentle tone that distinguishes it from the cooler whites of most stars. This subtle color comes from the sunlight reflected off its cloud layers, filtered through ammonia crystals and swirling atmospheric bands. The creamy tint softens the glow even further, creating a brightness that feels velvety and calm rather than sharp. Because of this, Jupiter's light is particularly easy on the eyes, offering a soothing point of focus in a sky filled with sharper star points. The planet's warm white glow creates an emotional softness as well, adding a sense of comfort and familiarity to its presence. This gentle coloration enhances the planet's reputation as the calm giant of the night sky. Even through thin clouds, Jupiter's glow remains steady, shining softly behind the drifting layers like a lantern filtered through mist. The planet's strong, broad reflection of sunlight allows its brightness to push gently through atmospheric veils without flickering. This creates a peaceful visual effect. As the glow appears slightly diffused but never unstable, the clouds soften the light, blending it into the sky while preserving its calm consistency. Watching Jupiter through thin cloud cover can feel like seeing a steady flame behind frosted glass, softened but unwavering, gentle but confident. This quiet persistence makes Jupiter a comforting presence, in less than perfect viewing conditions, giving the night a sense of stability even when the sky is shifting. Jupiter adds a sense of structure to nighttime observation, acting as a calm reference point in the sky. Its brightness and steadiness make it easy to locate, and its position along the ecliptic helps define the flow of planetary motion across the night. With stars scattered in intricate, shifting patterns, Jupiter's presence offers a grounding anchor, something your mind can return to effortlessly. This structure helps the sky feel more organized and approachable, reducing the feeling of vast, overwhelming space. Instead, the night becomes a gentle map, with Jupiter guiding your attention in slow, reassuring lines. This quiet sense of orientation supports relaxation, helping your thoughts settle as your gaze follows the planet's calm glow. Saturn shines with a gentle yellow-gold hue, a soft glow that feels warm and calming against the darker night sky. This subtle coloration comes from sunlight reflecting off its upper cloud layers, where particles and gases scatter light in warm tones rather than stark whites. The result is a glow that seems to hold a quiet warmth, like the last rays of a sunset preserved in the vast darkness of space. Saturn's golden light doesn't dominate, it softly suggests its presence, offering a steady, comforting point of warmth among the cooler stars. When you look at Saturn, the glow feels ancient and peaceful, as though the planet has been radiating the same gentle gold for countless ages. Its warm hue adds emotional depth to the night, inviting the mind to slow down and rest in its soft radiance. Saturn's rings reflect sunlight softly, adding a faint luminosity that enhances the planet's gentle glow. Though the rings appear thin and distant from Earth, they are wide and bright enough to scatter sunlight in creamy, diffuse tones that blend seamlessly with the planet's golden light. This soft reflection creates an aura of quiet elegance around Saturn, giving it a unique visual presence unlike any other planet. The rings don't shine sharply. They glow with a velvety smoothness, like light brushed across silk. This faint luminosity amplifies Saturn's peaceful character, allowing the planet to appear broader and more serene than it would without its rings. Even though we cannot see the fine structure with the naked eye, the effect of their light is unmistakable, adding a dreamy quality to Saturn's gentle lantern-like presence. Saturn appears steadier in dry, calm nights, when the atmosphere settles enough to let its soft light pass through without distortion. On nights with little humidity and minimal turbulence, the planet's glow becomes noticeably smoother, holding a stable, tranquil presence in the sky. The steady air allows Saturn to shine with a clarity that feels peaceful, as though the planet itself is resting more quietly. This stillness makes the warm, golden tone even more soothing, creating a visual calm that the eyes naturally gravitate toward. Without flicker or shimmer, Saturn becomes a silent anchor in the night, a point of soft light that encourages your thoughts to settle. These calm nights give Saturn space to reveal its gentle beauty, turning it into one of the most comforting objects to observe. Saturn's slow movement across the sky feels peaceful and predictable, mirroring the natural tempo of nighttime rest. Unlike faster celestial objects, Saturn drifts with a smooth, deliberate rhythm that unfolds over months and years rather than hours. This unhurried pace creates a sense of cosmic patience, inviting anyone watching to breathe a little deeper and ease into a calmer state of mind. Its slow progress makes Saturn feel reliable, a quiet presence that won't suddenly shift or disappear. Observing its movement can feel like following the path of a softly drifting lantern, carried gently through the dark by invisible currents. This steady progression across the sky becomes a soothing reminder that not everything needs to move quickly. Some things exist solely to bring stillness. The brightness of Saturn subtly changes depending on the tilt of its rings, creating gentle variations that are soft enough to feel calming rather than noticeable. When the rings are angled more openly toward Earth, they reflect additional light, giving the planet a slightly brighter, more luminous appearance. When the rings tilt away, the glow softens into a more muted gold, These changes happen gradually, following Saturn's long orbit, and create a peaceful cycle of brightness that mirrors the planet's slow nature. The shifting luminosity adds depth to Saturn's calm character, reminding us that even the quietest objects in the sky experience gentle rhythms. This soft brightening and dimming enhances Saturn's soothing presence, offering subtle visual cues that flow naturally with the passage of time. Saturn often sits low in the sky, and this gentle position gives the night a grounded sense of calmness. When a planet appears closer to the horizon, its glow feels more connected to the Earth, as though it is leaning softly toward the world rather than floating high and distant. Saturn's warm golden light settles closer to the line where sky meets land, anchoring the night with a quiet stability. This low placement also softens the contrast between the planet and the surrounding darkness, letting its light blend gently with the horizon. Watching Saturn rise or sink slowly in this low arc can feel soothing, like observing a lantern drifting near the edge of a still lake. Its position brings a comforting balance to the sky, creating a sense of closeness and serenity. A thin layer of haze can enhance Saturn's golden appearance, diffusing its warm light into an even softer, more dreamlike glow. When tiny particles or moisture scatter the planet's illumination, Saturn takes on a gentle halo that wraps its golden color in a velvety shimmer. This haze doesn't obscure the planet. Instead, it acts like a natural filter, smoothing sharpness and adding depth to the glow. The softened light becomes soothing to look at, creating an atmosphere that feels hushed and calm. As the haze drifts slowly, it changes the way Saturn's light spreads, adding subtle variations that make the scene feel alive in a peaceful, floating way. The warm gold merges gracefully with the surrounding night, producing a tranquil effect that encourages the mind to settle. Saturn's warm gold contrasts softly with Jupiter's cool white tone, creating a gentle balance between the two gas giants when they share the night sky. This color difference adds a soothing harmony to the heavens, as though the sky is offering two distinct yet complementary lights. Jupiter shines with a creamy white steadiness, while Saturn glows like a pale ember, warm and delicate. Together, they bring variety without intensity, shaping a visual rhythm that feels natural and calming. Their contrasting colors help the eye shift slowly and comfortably between tones, encouraging relaxed observation. On nights when both planets are visible, the quiet interplay between their hues can feel like a soft dialogue, one bright and steady, the other warm and subdued, weaving a peaceful duet across the darkness. The glow of Saturn is faint but deeply soothing, a soft golden presence that never overwhelms the sky. Unlike brighter planets that catch attention instantly, Saturn invites a slower, more gentle kind of noticing. Its quiet luminosity rewards patient eyes, revealing itself with a warmth that feels subtle and comforting. This faintness gives Saturn a tranquil personality, allowing it to blend smoothly into the night while still offering a point of calm focus. The planet's glow feels like a lantern seen from far away, steady, warm, and quietly reassuring. Its understated brightness makes the night feel deeper and more spacious, inviting your thoughts to drift lightly in its direction without strain or urgency. Saturn moves so slowly across the sky that it can feel almost motionless, a serene presence fixed gently in place. Its long orbital period means that night after night, the planet shifts only by tiny amounts, creating an impression of stillness that mirrors the quiet pace of nighttime itself. This slow drift encourages calm reflection, as observing Saturn feels less like tracking motion and more like noticing a stable companion watching over the dark. The planet's near-motionless behavior adds to its tranquil charm, giving the sky a point of steady warmth that remains constant through the seasons. Its gentle pace reassures the mind, offering a reminder that not everything in the universe moves quickly. Some lights take their time, drifting through ages with peaceful patience. Uranus glows with a soft turquoise tone, a gentle color created by sunlight filtering through an atmosphere rich in methane. This pale blue-green hue feels cool and quiet, like the surface of a calm, frozen lake touched by distant sunlight. Because the planet lies so far from Earth, its light arrives softened and diffused, giving Uranus a dreamy presence in the night sky. Even though it is enormous, the planet appears as a delicate point of calm color, a subtle jewel resting at the edge of the solar system. Its turquoise glow creates a peaceful visual contrast to the warmer lights of inner planets, offering the eyes a soothing pocket of stillness. Looking at Uranus can feel like staring into a quiet pocket of space where everything moves slowly and softly, far removed from the noise and brightness of the inner worlds. Neptune appears as a faint, gentle blue dot, its deep sapphire tone shaped by its distant, cold atmosphere. This subtle blue glow is not intense or sharp. Instead, it feels like a soft whisper of light carried across billions of miles before reaching our sky. Neptune's faintness adds to its serenity, making it a calming presence in the night for those who seek it out. The planet's color seems to hold the chilled stillness of the outer solar system, as though the cold itself has been translated into light. Observing Neptune gives a sense of quiet remoteness, a peaceful reminder of how vast and slow the universe can be. Its delicate blue point invites the mind to rest, drifting gently into the spaciousness of the far outer worlds. The great distance of the outer planets gives their light a dreamy softness, as though it has been smoothed by the long journey through space. By the time the glow of Uranus or Neptune reaches Earth, it has traveled so far that any harshness has disappeared, leaving only a calm, delicate shimmer. This softened light feels peaceful and weightless, like the faint glow of a lantern seen from across a still valley. The vast space between these planets and Earth acts like a natural filter, stretching the light into something slow and quiet. Observing this distant glow can bring a sense of tranquility, as though the mind is touching something ancient and unhurried. Their light reminds us that time and distance can turn even strong sunlight into something gentle and soothing. The cold colors of Uranus and Neptune soothe the eyes in a way that warmer tones often cannot. Their cool blues and turquoise reflect the deep, frozen calm of the outer solar system, creating a sense of quiet distance that feels naturally relaxing. These colors carry no urgency, no harshness. They rest gently on the sky, easing visual tension and inviting the mind to soften. In a night filled with bright stars and warm planetary lights, the icy hues of the distant worlds act like small pools of calm. Their quiet tones seem to slow the thoughts, encouraging a sense of stillness that matches the slow rhythm of the outer planets themselves. Looking at these cold colors can feel like stepping momentarily into a quieter, more peaceful realm. The extreme axial tilt of Uranus creates subtle seasonal brightness changes that unfold over decades, not days. Because the planet essentially rolls around the sun on its side, different portions of its atmosphere catch sunlight in slow, sweeping patterns. These gradual shifts in brightness happen so slowly that they feel almost timeless, adding a layer of gentle rhythm to the planet's glow. The changes are soft and understated, barely noticeable without close observation, yet they add depth to Uranus's serene presence. The slow rotation of seasons on this distant world mirrors the soft pace of the outer solar system, where everything moves with a calm, extended patience. Knowing that Uranus's brightness drifts gently across long arcs of time adds to its dreamlike character, making the planet feel even more peaceful and mysterious. Neptune's glimmer is calm and steady, a faint blue glow that holds its place quietly at the far edge of the solar system. Unlike brighter planets that draw the eye immediately, Neptune offers a gentler presence, revealing itself slowly to anyone who looks long enough. Its light is softened by extreme distance, arriving at Earth as a delicate shimmer that feels almost like a memory carried on the darkness. This faint steadiness makes Neptune deeply soothing to observe, as though the planet has settled into a permanent state of quiet. There is no flicker, no urgency, just a soft, unwavering point of tranquility suspended in the sky. Its steady glimmer reflects the deep stillness of the outer worlds, where sunlight is thin and time seems to stretch into long, silent arcs. Neptune shines not with intensity but with patience, inviting your thoughts to slow and settle beside it. The faintness of the outer planets invites a quiet, relaxed kind of viewing, one that rewards stillness rather than quick attention. Because they do not blaze brightly, Uranus and Neptune require you to soften your gaze, to allow your eyes to adjust gently to the subtle points of light they offer. This encourages a slower rhythm, a peaceful way of seeing that mirrors the soft glow of the planets themselves. Their faintness becomes part of their charm, reminding you that not everything in the sky calls loudly for attention. Some lights whisper instead, offering calm rather than spectacle. Observing these distant worlds in their subdued glow can feel meditative, drawing your thoughts away from noise and into a quiet space where subtle details unfold at their own unhurried pace. The outer planets move so slowly across the sky that they seem almost still, their positions shifting only by tiny amounts over long stretches of time. This near motionlessness reflects their enormous distance from the Sun and their long orbital paths, which unfold over decades or centuries. To the eye, this slow drift creates a sense of deep calm, as though these planets exist outside the pace of everyday change. Watching them is like observing a still object resting in the darkness, steady and composed. Their lack of rapid movement allows your mind to settle more easily, aligning your thoughts with their unhurried rhythm. The stillness of the outer planets becomes a peaceful counterbalance to the faster, more active motions seen elsewhere in the sky. The deep colors of Uranus and Neptune blend smoothly into the dark sky, creating a visual harmony that is gentle and soothing. Their cool blues and greens merge with the surrounding darkness in soft gradients, making the planets appear as natural extensions of the night rather than bright intrusions. These muted tones do not stand out abruptly, they drift into the background with a calm elegance that helps relax the eyes. The seamless blending of their light with the sky creates an atmosphere of quiet depth, inviting you to look without strain. Their deep colors evoke the cold serenity of the distant solar system, adding a subtle emotional stillness to the night. These distant planets represent the quiet edge of the solar system, a region where light is faint, movement is slow, and everything seems softened by distance. They mark the boundary between the familiar inner worlds and the vast, unexplored darkness beyond, serving as gentle reminders of how wide and peaceful the cosmos can be. Their presence suggests a frontier not of danger or noise, but of stillness, a place where the sun's warmth reaches only softly and where time stretches in long, peaceful arcs. Observing these planets gives you a sense of touching the outermost calm of the solar system, a tranquil boundary where the universe opens gradually into deeper night. Their quiet existence helps frame the sky with a sense of serenity and vastness, letting your thoughts drift toward rest. Night. This path is not a sharp line, but a broad, quiet band that the planets move through with patient consistency. Because all major planets share this same celestial highway, their presence feels organized and harmonious, creating a sense of calm structure in the night. Watching a planet drift along the ecliptic can feel like observing a leaf floating slowly down a gentle stream, unhurried and serene. The predictable arc helps your eyes and mind relax, offering a path to follow that never twists abruptly or surprises you. Instead, it reveals the steady geometry of the solar system, unfolding in slow motion across the darkness. The slow drift of planets across the sky creates a subtle seasonal structure, marking the passage of time with movements so gentle you only notice them when you look from one month to the next. Their changing positions become quiet indicators of the year's rhythm, much like the shifting length of day or the rise of familiar constellations. This drift is not rapid or dramatic. It unfolds gradually, like the slow turning of a page in a very old, very calm book. The seasonal motion of planets adds a layer of softness to the night, reminding you that time in the cosmos flows at a much slower, more peaceful pace than the hurried schedules of daily life. Observing these changes brings a comforting sense of connection to the larger cycles around you. Retrograde motion appears like a soft backward glide, a gentle illusion created when Earth overtakes another planet in its orbit. Instead of marching steadily forward across the stars, the planet seems to pause, hesitate, and then drift slowly in the opposite direction. This reversal feels smooth and unforced, a quiet shift that mirrors the natural ebb and flow of celestial rhythms. Watching retrograde motion can feel like witnessing a calm celestial breath, expanding and contracting over weeks. There is no abrupt change, only a slow, contemplative drift that encourages your mind to settle into a quieter pace. It is one of the sky's most tranquil illusions, a reminder that perspective can transform motion into something soft and soothing. Planetary conjunctions create calming visual alignments, bringing two or more planets into the same gentle region of the sky. When these bright points draw near, their combined glow forms a peaceful cluster that feels harmonious and balanced. The alignment does not happen quickly. It builds over days and weeks, allowing anticipation to grow in a soft, natural way. When the planets finally sit close together, the effect is serene, like small lanterns quietly gathering in the darkness. The harmony of their arrangement soothes the eyes and settles the mind, offering a moment of cosmic symmetry that feels deeply restful. These conjunctions act as quiet reminders of how celestial bodies move in shared rhythm, creating beauty through slow, steady motion. The timing of planetary motions adds a peaceful predictability to the nights, offering regular patterns that unfold with gentle certainty. Each planet follows its own long cycle, returning to familiar positions at intervals that feel steady and reassuring. This predictability allows you to feel anchored within the sky's vastness, knowing that each bright point will return in its own time. The regularity becomes comforting, like a soft heartbeat woven into the fabric of the night. Even if life feels fast or chaotic, the planets continue their slow, measured paths with unwavering patience. Their timing offers a quiet stability, reminding you that some parts of the universe move with calm reliability, untouched by hurry or noise. Planets rise and set more slowly than stars, moving across the horizon with a gentle pace that feels almost meditative. Stars appear to sweep across the sky quickly due to Earth's rotation, but planets drift with a softer rhythm because their apparent motion is shaped by both Earth's spin and their own long orbital paths. This slower rise gives them a calm, deliberate presence, as though they are taking their time to enter the night. Watching a planet lift above the horizon can feel like seeing a lantern slowly ascend in still air, brightening the world in quiet increments. Their gradual motion invites your thoughts to slow down as well, creating a gentle transition into the deeper hours of the evening. As planets move through the night, they create soft arcs across the sky, tracing long, curved paths that feel smooth and predictable. These arcs mirror the steady geometry of the solar system, following the ecliptic with a pace that remains constant and reassuring. Unlike the quick, sharp movements of satellites or meteors, the planetary arcs are broad and unhurried, offering a visual rhythm that comforts the eye. The shape of these arcs adds a sense of structure to the night, almost like a quiet signature written across the darkness. Watching a planet glide along this path encourages a relaxed way of observing, letting your mind drift gently with the curve. When a planet reaches opposition, it appears closest and brightest, offering a glow that feels more intimate and present than at other times. This moment occurs when Earth passes directly between the planet and the Sun, allowing more of the reflected sunlight to reach us. The brightening is subtle but noticeable, creating a peaceful sense of closeness that adds warmth to the night sky. A planet at opposition feels like a quiet visitor drawing nearer, shining with a little more clarity and steadiness than usual. This gentle increase in brightness brings a sense of comfort, as though the distant world is leaning softly toward Earth for a brief moment before drifting back into deeper distance. The slow cycles of planetary motion mirror the pace of natural rest, unfolding at rhythms that feel calm and unhurried. These cycles take months or years to complete, reflecting a kind of cosmic patience that encourages your thoughts to flow more slowly. As planets move through their long orbits, their predictable changes in position offer reassurance, reminding you that the universe moves at a pace far gentler than daily life. Observing these slow cycles can feel like syncing your mind with a deeper, quieter rhythm, one that invites rest, reflection, and ease. The planets become companions in slowness, embodying the soft tempo of the night. The stable motions of planets reduce visual uncertainty, providing calm points of reference in a sky filled with shifting starlight. Stars twinkle and vary in brightness due to atmospheric turbulence, but planets hold their glow with steady confidence, creating a sense of reliability. Their positions change so gradually that they seem to anchor the night, offering fixed markers that help your eyes relax. This stability brings comfort, as the sky feels more orderly and balanced when planets are present. Their slow, smooth paths give the night a gentle structure, allowing your gaze to settle without effort. In their steady motions, the planets offer the reassuring stillness that the mind naturally gravitates toward during rest. Atmospheres create subtle halos around planet light, forming soft rings of brightness that gently surround the planet's main glow. These halos appear when tiny particles or layers of gas scatter incoming sunlight in delicate, outward patterns, blending the planet's light into the darkness with a smooth, feathered texture. The effect is not sharp or dramatic. Instead, it feels like a quiet glow slowly expanding into the sky, as though the planet is wrapped in a gentle aura. Each atmosphere shapes these halos differently, depending on its density, composition, and altitude, giving every planet a unique luminous signature. From Earth, these halos look almost like breathing layers of light, drifting and dissolving as the atmosphere shifts. They invite the eyes to soften, drawing your attention not to intensity but to quiet radiance. The halo effect adds a feeling of depth around the planet, reminding you that what you see is not a bare world but a world surrounded by air, clouds, and invisible winds. These soft halos help turn planet light into something soothing, natural, and deeply calming to observe. Different gases shift the color of reflected sunlight, painting each planet with its own gentle tone. Methane absorbs red wavelengths and leaves planets like Uranus and Neptune glowing in cool blues and aquamarines, while sulfur compounds tint the clouds of Venus and Jupiter with warmer hues. These gas-driven colors are not bold like painted surfaces. They are softened by immense distance, shaped by thick atmospheric layers, and filtered through the darkness of space. The resulting tones feel more like delicate washes of watercolor than bright pigments, subtle and relaxing to the eye. This interplay of gas and sunlight gives each planet a personality, a quiet expression shaped by physics and chemistry. When you observe these colors, you're seeing millions of tiny interactions between light and molecules, all working together to create a gentle, soothing glow. The softness of these colors helps calm the mind, drawing you into a slower rhythm as you take in these natural signatures of distant worlds. Cloud bands create faint, soothing patterns on many planets, especially the gas giants, where winds move across the atmosphere in long, ribbon-like currents. These bands aren't sharply defined from Earth. They appear as soft lines or gentle gradients that wrap around the planet in calm, continuous layers. The repetition of these bands gives the planet a peaceful sense of structure, like quiet brushstrokes circling a sphere. On Jupiter, the bands mix warm and cool tones into a muted, harmonious palette. On Saturn, they blend gently into the planet's golden atmosphere, forming barely visible layers that add depth without intensity. These cloud patterns shift slowly over time, guided by planetary winds that move with steady, unhurried flow. Observing these bands can feel like watching the surface of a slowly turning marble, its details drifting in and out of view with soft, rhythmic consistency. They remind you that even massive planetary storms can appear calm from afar, transformed into soothing visual textures that ease the senses. Sunlight scattering gives each planet its personality, shaping not only its brightness, but the emotional tone of its glow. When sunlight enters a planet's atmosphere, molecules and particles redirect parts of the light, filtering some wavelengths while letting others pass. This scattering process is what makes Earth's sky blue, Venus's glow creamy and soft, and Jupiter's light appear muted and warm. Each world reflects sunlight in its own unique voice, shaped by its atmospheric chemistry and the way its clouds and gases interact with the Sunday. The result is a kind of planetary fingerprint, a gentle expression of light that reveals something about the world's deeper nature. From Earth, these scattered colors arrive softened by distance, creating a calming palette of hues that feel natural and quiet. The scattering process smooths harsh edges and diffuses brightness, making the planets appear more peaceful than they might seem up close. This gentle transformation of sunlight helps turn the night sky into a relaxing landscape of soft, diverse tones. Distance softens atmospheric effects even further, turning the harsh winds, bright clouds, and bold colors of planets into faint, dreamlike impressions. From millions or billions of miles away, the details of storms and cloud edges dissolve, leaving only the most delicate traces of the planet's personality. What might be turbulent and chaotic up close becomes serene and stable from afar, like viewing a distant landscape through layers of gentle mist. The farther a planet is, the more its atmosphere becomes a soft blending of light rather than a sharp picture. This immense distance acts like a cosmic diffuser, smoothing out contrasts and transforming bright reflections into calming glows. The planets become quiet lanterns drifting at the edge of the solar system, their atmospheres whispering rather than shouting. Observing these softened effects gives you a sense of deep perspective, reminding you that distance can turn even the most powerful forces into gentle, peaceful light. Moons reflect light with a soft stability that feels gentler than the brightness of planets or stars. Their surfaces, whether icy, rocky or dusty, scatter sunlight in quiet, diffused patterns that avoid harsh glare. Because moons shine only by reflected light rather than by their own heat or energy, their glow feels passive and soothing, like the dim reflection of a lantern resting on calm water. Even when the brightness of a moon varies with its phase, the transitions happen slowly, unfolding in long, peaceful arcs. This soft stability makes moons comforting companions in the night sky, offering a glow that feels reliable, yet never overwhelming. The light they return to us carries no urgency, only a calm presence shaped by distance, surface texture, and the gentle physics of reflection. Some moons rise and set in peaceful rhythms, moving across the sky with a pace that encourages quiet attention. Their motion is far slower than that of stars, creating arcs that drift gently through the night. Watching a moonrise is like watching a small world lift itself into view, steady and unhurried, taking its time to reveal its calm glow. As it sets, the descent is equally serene, sinking toward the horizon with a softness that mirrors the dimming of the night itself. These rising and setting patterns repeat with comforting regularity, forming cycles that echo the slow dance of planetary motion. The predictability of these rhythms adds a sense of natural order to the night, inviting the mind to relax. Icy moons glow with cool, serene color, reflecting sunlight across surfaces of frozen water, methane, or crystalline mixtures that scatter light in delicate hues. These moons often appear paler than rocky ones, sometimes shimmering faintly with bluish or silver tones that evoke thoughts of frost and winter calm. Because ice reflects light more efficiently than rock, these moons shine with a smooth, even softness that lacks sharp edges. Their glow feels pure and quiet, as though shaped by deep cold and ancient stillness. Observing an icy moon gives the impression of looking at a frozen lantern drifting slowly through space, untouched by warmth yet carrying a gentle, calming radiance. This cool light brings a refreshing softness to the night sky. Rocky moons create gentle, warm tones, their surfaces made of basalt, dust, and mineral-rich regolith that reflect sunlight in muted shades of beige, tan, or soft grey. These warmer reflections feel familiar and earthy, reminding you subtly of deserts, mountains, or old stone illuminated by late afternoon light. The warmth does not overpower the sky. It simply adds a comforting touch to the moon's glow, softening the coldness of surrounding space. Rocky surfaces scatter light in coarse, diffused patterns, making their glow tactile and quiet. This warmth creates emotional ease, grounding the moon in a way that feels steady and natural. Watching a rocky moon drift through the night can evoke a sense of home, even across vast distance. The slow orbits of moons add drifting motion to the night, creating gentle visual changes that unfold over hours rather than minutes. As a moon circles its planet, its position shifts slightly against the star field, forming patterns that evolve with tranquil predictability. This slow drifting feels like watching a small lantern carried on a breeze, moving just enough to notice but not enough to disrupt the calm. The motion introduces a sense of depth and companionship to the sky, reminding you that planets are not solitary wanderers but part of quiet, interconnected systems. The gentle pace of these orbits encourages long, reflective observation, helping the mind settle into the rhythm of celestial time. Moon shadows soften planet light during eclipses, creating one of the most calming visual effects in the entire sky. When a moon passes between its planet and the sun, the shadow it casts spreads gently across the planet's cloud tops or surface, dimming the reflected sunlight into a muted, velvety tone. From a distance, this effect makes the planet appear quieter and more subdued, as though wrapped in a cool, temporary hush. The brightness does not disappear completely. Instead, it enters a softer phase, allowing the mind to settle into the transition. Even partial eclipses can produce this calming dimness, smoothing harsh reflections into a tranquil glow. These shadowed moments remind you that even celestial light has restful pauses, gentle breaths in which the universe lets its brightness slow down. The softened planet light becomes a visual whisper, drifting across space in a way that encourages deeper calm. Large moons act like steady companion lanterns, glowing alongside their planets with a reassuring presence that feels both ancient and peaceful. Because these moons reflect sunlight consistently, they remain stable points of brightness that help balance the sky's shifting patterns. Their glow is never sharp or demanding. It is steady and patient, as though each moon is keeping watch over the slow rotation of its parent world. When observed, these moons give the impression of small, faithful companions orbiting a giant traveler, adding emotional warmth to the solar system's grand scale. Their slow motion around the planet offers visual comfort, and their gentle light contributes to a quiet sense of companionship in the night. Even when faint, their presence feels significant, a soft lantern drifting alongside a much larger glow. Moon clusters around Jupiter give the planet a calming family glow, as though the gas giant is surrounded by a small constellation of softly shining guardians. The Galilean moons, visible even in modest telescopes, appear as tiny beads of light lined up beside the giant planet, moving in slow, graceful patterns. Their presence adds structure to Jupiter's glow, turning the planet from a single bright point into a serene, multi-light tableau. This cluster of moons creates a sense of harmony, each small glow complementing the larger one, making Jupiter feel less solitary and more nurtured by its companions. Observing these moons drift in unison can feel like watching a quiet celestial family moving through the night with gentle purpose, soothing the eyes and calming the mind. Some moons brighten subtly when sunlight strikes their surfaces at certain angles, creating soft surges of radiance that feel natural and unforced. These gentle brightening moments happen when reflective patches of ice or rock catch sunlight more directly, producing a faint shimmer that lasts only as long as the angle holds. The shift is so smooth that it feels like a soft breath of light, expanding slowly and then easing back into stillness. This subtle luminosity adds depth to a moon's character, revealing textures and contours through delicate changes rather than sharp contrasts. The effect is peaceful, like watching a distant frost-covered hill momentarily glint under the rising Sunday. These small, brightening episodes remind you that even icy worlds have quiet moments of brilliance. The presence of moons enriches the sky's visual texture, adding layers of light and motion that make the night feel more alive and comforting. Moons do not overwhelm the sky the way bright planets sometimes can. Instead, they introduce gentle points of interest that weave into the broader starfield. Their varying distances, sizes, and reflective qualities create a rich tapestry of subtle details that reward slow, relaxed viewing. Each moon contributes its own softness, its own small drift, its own quiet glow, forming a layered harmony that turns the sky into a peaceful, gently moving landscape. Their presence brings a sense of completeness, as if the night is filled not just with distant suns but with small nearby companions keeping silent company. Planets add structure to the night sky, giving it a quiet framework that helps the eyes and mind find orientation within the vast darkness. While stars appear scattered in countless directions, planets follow recognizable paths along the ecliptic, gently guiding the gaze through a soft line that traces the architecture of the solar system. Their positions change slowly and meaningfully, forming a natural map that makes the sky feel organized rather than chaotic. Seeing a planet glowing steadily in a familiar place can feel like noticing a lighthouse on a dark coastline, a stable point that offers direction without demanding attention. This subtle sense of structure makes the night feel less like an endless expanse and more like a quiet landscape with gentle markers and rhythms. In this way, planets act as anchors in the sky, shaping the darkness into something soothing, understandable, and deeply calming to observe. The presence of planets calms the wandering mind, offering slow, steady lights that help focus attention and ease restless thoughts. Unlike sharp starlight or unpredictable meteors, planets glow with a smooth, unwavering radiance that gently encourages the mind to settle. Their brightness is soft enough not to overwhelm the senses, yet steady enough to hold a quiet point of interest. Watching a planet linger in the night sky can feel like listening to a calm voice carried across silence, a steady reminder that not all things are loud or chaotic. As the eyes rest on the unchanging glow of a planet, the mind naturally aligns with this steadiness, releasing tension and drifting toward mental stillness. Planets become companions for quiet contemplation, guiding thoughts away from stress and into softer patterns of awareness. The slow movement of planets matches the pace of nighttime rest, unfolding in rhythms that reflect the gentle unwinding of the human mind during evening hours. As planets drift slowly along their orbits, their position changes only subtly from one night to the next, mirroring the way thoughts soften and stretch as sleep approaches. This cosmic slowness creates an atmosphere of calm, a sense that the sky itself is relaxing alongside the viewer. The planets do not rush or flicker. They move with the patience of deep time, offering a perfect backdrop for unwinding. Observing this slow drift can feel like syncing your inner pace with the natural rhythm of the universe, allowing the mind and body to ease into a state of restfulness. In their unhurried motion, planets reflect the quiet tempo of night. Planets remind us that Earth belongs to a larger system, gently expanding the sense of perspective that can help dissolve daily worries. Each glowing point in the sky represents a world with its own orbit, atmosphere, and ancient patterns, moving through space in harmony with Earth. This awareness brings a peaceful kind of humility, a soft reminder that our world is part of something vast, rhythmic, and enduring. Looking at a planet can make small concerns feel less heavy, encouraging a shift toward broader, calmer thinking. The presence of these distant worlds creates a feeling of belonging within the solar system, a sense that Earth is not alone but surrounded by companions following their own quiet paths. This cosmic companionship helps the mind release tension and settle into a more comfortable emotional space. The steady glow of planets encourages mental stillness, offering light that remains constant even as thoughts shift and swirl. Planet light does not flicker the way starlight does, nor does it pulse with sudden changes in brightness. Instead, it holds a stable presence in the sky, creating a visual anchor that the mind can rest on without effort. This steadiness is soothing, giving the brain a peaceful focal point around which mental activity can slow down. Observing a planet's gentle glow can feel like watching a candle flame that never wavers, its constancy calming the nervous system and inviting inner quiet. This stability helps draw the mind inward, easing it into a deeper, more restful state where worries fade into the background and calmness rises gently in their place. Planet cycles mirror inner rhythms of the body, creating a natural sense of resonance between the slow movement of the sky and the quiet biological processes that unfold during rest. As planets follow their long orbits, they shift in brightness, position, and distance in patterns that are gradual, predictable, and deeply calming. These slow cosmic rhythms resemble the way the body settles into sleep through extended breaths, softened pulses, and gentle hormonal cycles. Observing the planets move in such patient arcs allows the mind to feel connected to a pace far slower and more ancient than daily human life. This mirroring effect helps the nervous system lean into quietness, encouraging the body to let go of tension and follow the steady cosmic tempo toward rest. The alignment between outer motion and inner calm creates a bridge that invites deeper relaxation. The predictable paths of planets create emotional reassurance, offering a sense of order in a world often filled with uncertainty. Because planets move in stable orbits that can be anticipated years or even centuries in advance, their presence carries a quiet promise of consistency. Night after night, they return to familiar positions, their glow unchanging in tone and behavior. This cosmic reliability can soothe the mind, reminding you that even when life feels unpredictable, some patterns remain solid, dependable, and peacefully unbroken. Watching planets follow their quiet trajectories can create a feeling of being held within a larger, dependable system. That emotional reassurance helps the heart loosen and the mind settle, easing stress through gentle certainty. Observing planets provides grounding focus, giving your attention a steady point to rest upon in the wide, drifting landscape of the night sky. Planet light offers a calm center, a soft glow that anchors thoughts and helps bring wandering attention back into stillness. This grounding effect works much like focusing on breath or a candle flame, except that the object of focus is a distant world moving through space with immeasurable patience. When the eyes settle on a planet's steady radiance, the mind follows, gradually easing into quieter patterns. The gentle act of watching a planet restores a sense of presence, helping thoughts feel centered rather than scattered. This is why planetary observation has been associated with contemplation for centuries. It naturally brings the mind back to the here and now. The solar system becomes a silent, comforting family when the planets are viewed together, each one contributing its own soft presence to the night. Jupiter glows with steady confidence. Saturn rests in warm gold. Mars flickers like a distant ember, and Venus shines with ivory brightness. Each planet carries its unique tone and personality, yet all drift through their orbits in gentle coordination, moving like siblings in a cosmic dance. This sense of celestial togetherness creates emotional warmth, giving the sky a feeling of companionship rather than emptiness. When you see several planets scattered across the night, the darkness feels less vast and more like a quiet home filled with soft lanterns. This silent family surrounding Earth helps foster a deep sense of belonging. Planets turn the night sky into a gentle cosmic lullaby, their blended glows forming a tapestry of calm that soothes the senses as sleep approaches. Each world contributes its own note to this quiet symphony: the steady white of Jupiter, the warm gold of Saturn, the soft red of Mars, the distant blues of Uranus and Neptune, and the shifting brilliance of Venus. Together, they create a sky that hums with subtle harmony, a deep and ancient melody carried by light rather than sound. This planetary lullaby encourages the mind to drift, allowing thoughts to soften and settle like dust floating to rest. The presence of these glowing companions transforms the night from dark emptiness into a peaceful cradle of cosmic light, wrapping the Earth in calm. As we reach the end of this quiet journey through the solar system, allow the last traces of planetary light to linger softly in your mind. You've drifted past the warm red shimmer of Mars, the steady white lantern of Jupiter, the golden hush of Saturn, and the cool, distant blues of Uranus and Neptune. Each world has moved through your imagination with the same slow, peaceful rhythm they follow in the night sky. Their motions are patient, their glows are gentle, their presence is silent, reliable, and unhurried. Even now, they continue drifting through space, keeping their calm paths just as they have for billions of years. Think for a moment about how far their light has traveled to reach you, how softly it has been filtered by atmospheres, softened by distance, and stretched into something soothing by time itself. Planet light doesn't rush. It arrives like a whisper, offering its glow without urgency, warmth without weight, and structure without pressure. It's the kind of light that asks nothing from you at all. You don't need to analyze it, understand it, or search for meaning. You can simply rest beneath it, the way people have for thousands of years. As you breathe slowly, imagine each planet taking its place in the expanding darkness above. Venus shining low like an ivory ember at dawn, Mars glowing like a small campfire drifting in the distance, Jupiter steady, calm, and confident in its white radiance, Saturn moving just a little slower, its golden tone catching the faintest touch of sunlight, and far beyond them, the turquoise and deep sapphire glimmers of Uranus and Neptune, so quiet and remote that their motion feels almost timeless. They are all still there, moving together in a grand, harmonious orbit that unfolds whether or not anyone is watching. And that is part of why they feel so comforting. Their paths do not change because of what happens on Earth. They do not hurry when we hurry, or slow down when we feel tired. They simply move, patiently, in the silence of space. That reliability creates a kind of emotional anchor, a reminder that some parts of existence flow gently, predictably, and peacefully. And now, as the thoughts in your mind begin to loosen and settle, let the solar system become a quiet backdrop for your own rest. Picture the planets not as scientific objects, but as small lanterns placed around the edges of the night. Each one adds a soft point of glow, shaping the darkness into something warm and protective. Their combined light becomes a kind of cosmic lullaby, not sung aloud, but carried in the gentle harmony of steadiness and calm. Feel your breath deepen, feel your shoulders soften. Let your thoughts slow to the same tranquil rhythm that carries the planets along their ancient paths. If there are things left unresolved in your day, let them drift for now, the way starlight drifts between worlds. The night doesn't need answers. It only needs moments of rest and moments of quiet. If you'd like, you can share where you're listening from and what time it is for you. People from all around the world fall asleep under this same sky, at different longitudes and latitudes, but beneath the same planetary companions. Your presence here adds another soft voice to that shared silence, a reminder that we are all resting under one celestial system. As the final lights fade in your mind, allow yourself to slip into the stillness of the night. The planets will keep their watch, the sky will hold its quiet shape, and you can simply rest. Good night, and may the gentle rhythm of the solar system carry you into a deep and peaceful sleep.